Welcome back to Open Your Eyes, and we're moving now into our third segment for the morning. Like we mentioned, it's going to be a packed day today.
Packed day. So John, tell us our third conversation
I'll tell you what,
this morning.
there's this, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, this guy called me and he said, you know what, John, there'll be a walk. It's going to be about 30,000 students. And I was like, what? So we told him, you need to be on Open Your Eyes to tell us exactly what's going to happen. So the little Lighthouse Walk, it's going to be a great time, but we need to find out more about it. And to tell us more about it is the guy who called, Father Mathew, of SJ, Chairman of the Bishop's Commission on Education, and of course, Miss Celia Usher, General Manager of Catholic Schools. Guys, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
It's great to be here.
It's always nice to have you, and especially this guy. And it's so hard to recognize him without the beard.
Oh, wow, okay. There was a beard at one point.
Yes, there was. So let's talk about it. The little Lighthouse Walk. Let's talk about that. What is this?
Okay, so in the last, say, decade and a half, you know, the Catholic Church has just, let's just say, fallen on difficult times, I think, financially and a couple other things. And we've lost that spirit of Catholic. We've kind of lost the Catholicity of our Catholic schools. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons is because we're just plain broke. Everybody's scrambling to get their little cheddars here, to get their little cheddars there, to put up a privy here, or a roof or a paint job over here. And so everybody's kind of doing their own thing because, frankly, Catholic schools has no money. You know, a little sidebar here, I was laughing. I was watching that lady union boss talk about we need to audit the Catholic schools to make sure they don't have any money. Who says, Henry Usher says they don't have money, but I want to know who's audited them. And I thought to myself, I laughed out loud and I said, lady boss, if you would just walk around this country and see that millions of dollars of infrastructure that needs to be accomplished in our Catholic schools, you would know we don't have any money. And throw a couple million more for nutritional needs. So she can audit until she's blue in the face, and what she's going to find out is those folks ain't got any money, and we don't. Uh-huh. So this is two things we want to accomplish on April 14th.
February
14th. Yeah, February 14th, on Valentine's Day, on February 14th. 30,000 children from our Catholic schools will be walking around the country in their villages, their towns, whatever the case may be. They'll try to get $2 per walk, per person, and then we'll go out and try to get money from the larger society. And with any luck, this year we'll make about maybe 70,000, which is honestly but a drop in the bucket. But it will do two things. Number one, it'll be 75,000 that Celia doesn't currently have, but it's also kind of a restoration of the solidarity of Catholic schools. It's the beginning. I would say this walk is the beginning of, I don't think this is too strong a word, of a revolution within the Catholic Church and within the Catholic schools. We're going to begin to reclaim our identity and our solidarity. So those are the two things that are going to happen. 30,000 children, and the theme of the walk is, I love my Catholic schools. Amen. We do love our Catholic schools. And so that is the twin purpose of this walk.
So Celia, tell us how you all have been collaborating and working. I can't imagine how difficult it must be to pull together all of these different general managers and all of these principals to come under one roof and say, okay, we are going to march and support this.
Yes. We have been planning this for several months. That's the first thing. So it takes time, and it's been a lot of work. Our Principals Association has been very supportive because they are the ones that are there at the schools. And they have bought into this, and they have been working with the children, preparing them for the walk, because it's important that the children understand why they're there.
Yes.
They understand why they're saying, I love my school. And so that sort of preparation has been happening. To be honest with you, it hasn't been that difficult because We are walking at district level. So every school within their village, we have 112 schools
Wow.
Yeah.
scattered across the country.
Yeah.
30,000 children, 1,600 teachers. So in each village where there's a school, the children will be walking. The babies might be walking around their compound. The older ones might be walking down the streets of the village. In Belize City, we have 5 schools. The Belize City schools are walking together. That's, you know, a couple thousand kids.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
But
kids.
you know, so we've been meeting and coordinating and getting it together properly so that it goes smoothly. The exciting thing is that we were all going to be launching at 9 o'clock that morning, wherever we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, Pueblo Viejo, San Pablo, Orange Walk,
Yeah.
we'll all be taking off at 9 o'clock.
And then, so how long is the walk going to be for?
We have tried to make the walks short. We're looking at maybe an hour
Okay.
Okay.
because it's children.
Yeah.
And
We don't want
everybody
them-
has their own route.
Everybody has their own route.
Okay.
Each village has set out a route.
Okay.
You know, and we've made arrangements for safety and all of that. So
Okay.
that has taken some coordination.
And once the funds have been raised, because I believe you will raise your funds, how are you all planning to ensure that they're distributed properly, that the proceedings are going to exactly what the schools are asking for? Basically, quote unquote, transparency and auditing, right? Yeah.
Well, the monies will be channeled through the main office.
Okay.
Right, and so it's going to be monitored there. We plan to work with all transparency with our principals because they are a big part of this.
Of
Yeah.
course. Of course.
You know, the Principals Association has committed to the walk and to what Father Matt has described, to working towards building back our schools and making them what they want to become. So we hope to work with transparency, with priority.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons for this walk is that we want everybody to understand that we are a community that's spread across the country.
And everybody in some way, shape, or form has been touched by the Catholic
Correct.
school.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Father Mathew, a lot of the criticism, or I guess the opinions of others that don't know the way Catholic schools are run, will say, well, you guys get donations, people give on money, their school is built by charity, etc., etc. So, talk to us about your mission throughout Belize and how you've been able to identify the needs of certain schools and how you were using these funds to help them.
Okay, one of the great misconceptions in Belize is, oh, the Catholic Church rich, the Catholic Church rich. Okay, we're not rich. I would say to them the same thing I would say to the union boss. Go take a walk. Take a walk. Go look at our buildings. Go look at the walls that need to be painted. Go look at the bathrooms that need to be rebuilt.
Renovations. that need to
Renovations.
happen.
The infrastructure is incredible. Every now and then, yes, a group will come from the U.S. or Europe, and they'll say, can we build a sidewalk? And we say, yeah, go ahead, build a sidewalk. The idea that we can be sustained through those little mission trips is absurd. There is not a snowball's chance in hell that we can sustain our schools through foreign aid. Not going to happen. Now, what will we do? Well, I will tell you, for the first time in a decade and a half, I had a Christmas conversation with Honorable Francis Fonseca. He's a darn good guy, and he didn't tell me what to do. He didn't say, okay, you need to do this. No. Francis Fonseca and I sat down over a cup of coffee, and he said almost exactly what you said, April. Look, the Catholic school system is critical to this country. Tell us how we can work together. That's what he said. He said, how can we work together? So for the first time in 15 years, I feel like, okay, government is beginning to listen and they want to cooperate. So can we restore the Catholic school system? Yes. When government and church work together, it can happen. It can happen. And I think Minister Fonseca is the right guy in the right place at the right time to accomplish this.
So this walk is going to take place next Tuesday, which is Valentine's Day.
Day.
The kids, 30,000 of them, will be
30,000
walking around. Now, is it that they'll be walking around asking for the donation, or you see them and you pledge? How can one pledge their support to the students and to the Catholic mission?
Okay, so we have been accepting pledges through our bank account.
Okay.
Okay, so or by contacting us at the CPS office.
Okay.
And the children, like we said, an important thing in this is the children are pledging as well, and so they're doing the same thing. They're channeling it through our bank account
Okay.
at the office.
Okay. So that's
And
how
they can make these pledges from now, right?
Yes,
People
the
are doing
pledges
them.
are welcome. They have been coming
Yeah.
in, slowly. We invite all to be a part of this, to
Yeah.
support our children. They're giving their little dollar.
Yeah.
Is there any way that folks can just participate in the walk and walk
Yeah.
alongside
and pledge their
and
support
pledge
there.
their support as well?
Yes.
We welcome the community
Yeah.
to join us, and it's very important to do that.
Yeah.
Because we're doing this together.
Can I go and pledge my support at a particular school that I know
Right.
is a Catholic
Yeah.
school?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We do want for the main office to be aware of pledges at all levels
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So if you pledge with them, then it's for you to let us know.
30,000 kids walking out and around in a community all at the same time, all at once. Or is there any Facebook page or YouTube page that they're going to be documenting
Some
any
kind
of
of
this?
live or something to that extent?
that we can see it on if we can't walk with them?
As I recall, I think Love FM.
Yes, Love FM is covering us.
Okay.
So that's helpful. All the school pages will be having, maybe not live, but certainly right after.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. The
is.
kids are all
I mean,
excited.
I'm
Yeah.
anticipating I'm imagining 30,000 students just
Walking around
Right.
in their beautiful school
their
uniforms.
Yes,
Uniforms
absolutely.
and-
And people will follow. They are such. Belizean children are so beautiful. It's staggering. And people are going to see those perfect little faces and go, oh my God, look at that.
Here's $10.
Yeah, right there.
And just to remember that we're not all going to see I will not see the 30,000 children. I will
Yeah.
see a couple thousand
Yeah.
here in the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
But to picture it while that's happening, to know,
Yeah.
to
That
be
it is-
aware
yeah.
that we're all doing this together.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's the exciting thing. for
So
us.
February 14th at 9 a.m. Pledge your
Correct.
support.
Yeah, just support.
The
Yes, please
little
do. Please
house
do.
walk.
We need you. The children need you. This is about our children and
Yeah.
the future of their education.
Right.
And it is a way of sharing love on the love date, which is
Yes.
February 14th.
Right.
And we want for motorists to understand that this walk starts at 9 o'clock. It should conclude, especially here in the city where traffic is crazy. It should conclude somewhere around 10 o'clock. So let's be very, very careful of how we do. If you see these children, pledge your support. It goes to their educational benefit. And remember, everybody is touched in some way, shape, or
Correct.
form by the Catholic school.
Correct. That is
Yes.
correct. And I would like to say, all the Jesuits at SJC will be walking. They're all picking a school, and they're all going to go walk.
Do they know it?
They know it. They know it. They
Okay.
pledged to me.
Well, there's no way they can hide from it. No, he said
Yeah.
it live on TV.
Yeah, he did. Is there any final words from you guys?
I just want to thank everybody who has helped to put this together. I mean, they have worked hard, and I think that you all, everybody, the public will be happy to see the involvement that has evolved from everybody that's concerned. So look out for our kids. They've worked hard to do this, and help them to enjoy it.
Aw.
And this
Father?
is the first step in a probably 5-year process, the end of which the Catholic schools will be able to stand on their own 2 feet. So my principals who I love, my teachers who I love and respect, don't be impatient. This is the first step in a 5-year process. So be patient, and thank you for your support.
That's right. It's going to work out. Thank you so
Thank
very
you
much,
so
Father
much.
Matt Ruhl and Miss Celia Usher. Yes, I got the name correct. Yes.
Yeah, correct. You're right. No.
Thank you guys for joining us this morning. We're
Thank
going to see you soon.
Good.
We're about to take a break though. When we come back,
I don't. This is Chef the Chef.
yeah. What happened to Stone Crab? Stay at Stone Crab. There we
I wanted to
go.
bring you Obia sauce.
Trust
today.
me, he's got it right
You
there.
got
There we
it?
go. There we go.
Alright.
We're going to introduce you to that and more when
When
we
we
come
come
back.
back.
Stay with us.